So in this video, I want to go over general worries I have for divine simplicity. The first one, of course, being the problem with an absolutely simple being having the ability to not create. The problem being that if it's possible there's absolutely simple being not to create, then there's a possible world where this absolutely simple being is all alone. Because it's all alone, there's nothing for it to relate to, nothing outside of itself. Granted, there may be negative extrinsics. But if you talk about stuff like God knowing that he chose not to create, obviously his choice of not creating is not some lack of something. So there can be some sort of negative extrinsic. So it seems like partly at least it's going to make that choice going to be something intrinsic. Something that's predicated intrinsically. But of course, if it's predicated intrinsically, but it's predicated contingently with God, that would be an accident. But of course, according to ADS, God can't have any accidents. That's my first worry, at least. I have some other worries as well regarding omniscience, and because, divine simplicity entails divine immutability, that God cannot change in any way whatsoever. And it seems if God cannot change in any way whatsoever, it doesn't seem like he can actually know the things can go from actual to non-actual. For example, dinosaurs existed at one point and now they don't anymore. Seems like that would be a change in knowledge. Whether that's proposition or not, that would be a change. Seems like there would be problems of knowledge, omniscience there. Other worries could also relate to incarnation. It seems like the incarnation it seems like it's clearly a change, because God was not always incarnate and then became incarnate. But obviously Thomas have tried to respond to this and said, like, God doesn't have any real relations. He has mixed relations. So they would say it's like, on God's part, it's logical, meaning it's only in our way of thinking, like me thinking about Socrates. He has the relation of being thought about by me, but that's obviously not a real relation. That's only in my way of thinking. Then you have real relations, one that actually are out there or are real. So they would say that the relation is real on the part of the creature, but logical on the part of God, so you have a mixed relation. The problem still seems like that the incarnation is going to become unintelligible. Because, or Nestorianism, because we have the claim that the human nature of Christ really relates to God, but God doesn't really relate to Christ. Right? And it's even hard to see that